I've got quite a lot of eBay business I need to get done tonight, so I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can. First, I'm going to show you 5 or 6 items that are going to be hitting my shop tonight or tomorrow. These are all things I picked up last weekend from I would say mostly garage sales. Maybe yeah, this is an estate sale, but mostly garage sales. I have a shopper's question I need to answer, and then I have 6 orders to pack up tonight. So I'm not gonna waste a lot of time. I'm gonna just get right to showing you these things and get this all done because it's already after 11 and I don't want to be up all night doing this. So let's get started. All right, right here I've got these things that I bought this weekend or last weekend, and I have drafts written up for them. I just need to take photos. But first thing I need to do is respond to a buyer's question. I shouldn't say buyer, I should say shopper, because it's almost guaranteed this guy is not going to buy this watch. First, he sent me this question a couple of days ago, and I have not gotten around to answering it until now. And secondly, nobody ever responds. I mean, nobody ever turns into a buyer. If they send you a question ahead of time, it almost never ever turns into a sale. But I have this Mickey Mouse watch here for sale. I'm sure it's been in my shop for quite a while, probably at least since last summer. And this guy wants to know, does it glow in the dark? I don't think it probably does, but I've had it sitting underneath this light for a little while, so I'm going to turn these off in a second and see if it does. And he wants to know the diameter of the case. So I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, this is probably really a kid's watch, or, I mean, best case scenario, a woman's watch. It needs, does it work? I don't know if it needs a battery or if it's a wind-up watch. Bradley, 1mm, Hong Kong. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's running now, so it just needed to be wound up. So let's hit this light, and then this one, and this one. It's gonna get dark here for a second. And there is no evidence of glowing in the dark. So the answer is no, it does not glow in the dark. And then my measuring tape is right here. I'm sure this is supposed to be measured in millimeters, but I don't have that. I don't have a ruler with that on it right here that I can easily access. So I'm just going to take a picture. I'm just going to take the picture right here in the eBay app, and then it's basically 1 inch. So let's send that and then say, sorry for the delay. And I gotta make sure I spell this all right. Delay. I'm not that great at typing on this kind of a screen. These big thumbs. Sorry for the delay. No, it does not glow. And I'm sending a photo with measurements. So I'm sure that watches would be measured in millimeters, but this one's just about 1 inch, I would say. I'm gonna just set that aside and put it back where it goes in a minute. But let's take a look at these items that I brought home last weekend, and I'll tell you what I know about them. So, all right, this came from an estate sale. It was listed as a garage sale, but when I got to it, it was definitely an estate sale. I couldn't tell for sure if it was an estate sale company or what was going on. They had a lot of tools, and they had high prices on them, and almost all of it was like Harbor Freight style stuff. And then in the house, there was tons of stuff, and almost everything had signs on it that said do not touch or do not sit or whatever. Don't set anything on this table. There were signs all over the place. It wasn't the friendliest of estate sales I've ever been to. But I saw this Pyrex 6-cup teapot. It's a little short, little glass teapot. I'm gonna imagine this is from the late 80s in this box, the way this is designed. And this sticker that says special value, this looks like 80s kind of stuff to me. In any event, it's still in the box, never been used. It's got paperwork in there. The lid is still in its own little box. So unfortunately somebody opened it. Like if this was sealed, I would feel better about it. But I looked it up at the sale. They had a sticker right here. You can see there's a little tear in the label too. They had a sticker here that said $15, but it was like a little bit tough to read, so I wasn't sure if it said 15 or 13. And so I brought it there was nothing else there I was gonna buy. I looked around for 20 minutes or whatever, and then I decided to get out of there and keep moving. So I brought this to the cashier and said, does this say 15 or 13? And she said, I don't know if she thought I was trying to haggle or what, but she said, I'll give it to you for 10. So I was pretty surprised because the guy in the garage was saying, no haggling on anything today. This is the first day of the sale, but she just offered it to me for 10. So I took it for 10. I did see one of these exactly the same in this box that sold in 2023. So like 2 years ago for 70 plus shipping. There's a couple listed right now without the box that are only selling, they're only listed for like $15 to $25. So I don't know. I'm gonna try listing it for 60 and see if that's too high. But I mean, it does have a sales history of higher than that, but the most recent sales are much lower. So I think there's another one that's in a box. It's not of this vintage. It's a kind of a newer one, and that one only sold for like 35. So it might be out of the question to get $60 for that, but I'm going to try it anyway. Okay, I was heading home and I stopped at another sale. I was out probably for, I don't know, 4 hours that last Saturday, and I stopped and picked, and I was looking at a sale. There was almost nothing there, and then I saw these t-shirts. They're from Aldi, the grocery store. I'm assuming this is staff shirts. They were only $1 a piece. There's 7 of them, so I bought all 7. They're all exactly the same size, so this was probably somebody who worked there. You know, you're looking at this stuff, you're in a garage and it's dark and you can't always see exactly what you're looking at. So I should have taken these out into the sunlight to see what they look like, but I didn't even really inspect them that much. But once I got them home, and especially now after I brought them down here, put them under the sunlight, there is quite a bit of wear. There's like tons of lightening around the collar, which is probably from sweat or something. Some of them have even more stains like spreading out. I don't think this is going to be cleanable. This one has a pretty big, like I would guess it's like a mild bleach right there on it. I haven't even opened them up. They're still folded and I'm seeing all these issues. So I was going to try to sell these for 50. I was going to try to sell all 7 of them for 50. But after looking at these now under the lights, I think I'm going to have to lower the price and maybe hope for 30 or even 25. I don't know. It's hard to say what those are going to be worth. There's very little sales history of that kind of thing. There's a lot of polos, Aldi polos, long sleeve polos. They're all staff uniforms that sold for pretty good. Like some of these polos sold for like $45 to $50 just for one. So I don't think it's unreasonable to think I can get $5 a piece for those. 5 times 7 is 35. Maybe I'll just lower that price. Right now I have it at 50. I might lower it down to 35 after seeing that all that stain and wear and stuff. But okay, right here I got these 2 bags. This one and the Vera Bradley that's coming up at a garage sale. This was a weird garage sale where she had hung all the clothes on the door, like off of the frame of the door, the garage door. So you couldn't really get in because of the clothes hanging everywhere. And when you did get in, it was like pitch black in there. And there was a bunch of people in there too, but I didn't see too much I was interested in, but I did see that Vera Bradley bag. That's not my favorite thing to buy. I don't think I've purchased or sold a single one in the last 3 or 4 years. But this is something that my mom had a lot of. Like she liked them for herself, and then she also just bought them to sell. So right now, my little brother is going through some of her old eBay inventory, I think, and he took a few boxes full of Vera Bradley stuff. That's got to be pretty old at this point, and maybe those things are worth a little bit. I'm not sure. I couldn't find this exact pattern, but I did find this exact like this bag in this style. It's like a crossbody messenger bag. It's kind of small. It's like not really for a laptop, I don't think, but maybe you could fit. I mean, it's too big for an iPad. I'm not sure what it is, but it's got a nice pocket on the front. Inside, it's got a pocket with some card holders and stuff. I only paid $1 for it, so I think that it's safe to say I could get at least 15, but I did see some that were brand new, like that were this exact same shape, this exact model or whatever, and they had sold for like $70 and $75. So I'm going to try to get 30 or maybe even 40 for it. We'll see. I only paid $1. This one, the Herschel Supply Company, is a backpack. This is called Woodland Camo. It's called their classic backpack. I've learned this. I learned all that from my my special purpose built ChatGPT that tells me that I just took a picture of this and then it told me everything I need to know about it. I'm still not convinced that's a tool that I'm going to be using consistently going forward, but I did use it quite a bit this week at the thrift store and at some garage sales and stuff. And I think there's potential there, but it just needs a little bit more. I don't know if there's any more work that I can do to make it work better, but it needs to just be a little bit better. You know, and maybe that's just up to OpenAI to figure out how to make that thing work better. But in any event, I got this. I looked it up at the garage sale and I saw one exactly like it that sold for $60, but it was brand new. So this one is not excessively used. It does have a little wear like around the bottom from where it was sitting down. Anyway, I sent this through ChatGPT today. It told me it's called the Classic, and it told me this camo pattern is called Woodland Camo, and it suggested $45 as a price, and then I did a little bit of research on my own and I came up with the same price. So I think I'm going to sell this for $35 or $45, hopefully. And then here's the find of the day, I guess. It's this rainbow humidifier, RainMate. It's still brand new and sealed. The lady I bought it from, she was really like pushing everything in her sale. She was saying like, I just need to get rid of this. I want to close and I want to get rid of everything before I close. And she didn't have that much really, but I did spend, I think I was supposed to spend 14 and I just gave her 15. I got some shoes and some other things that you'll see, hopefully you'll see in the next few days. But this RainMate is from, she told me that she bought the rainbow vacuum and this was a free gift that came with it. And she said, I would have kept it except we have a large one. So I guess Rainbow must make a bigger humidifier. Some people call this a air purifier, but I think it's really just a humidifier. In any event, these are pretty sought after. It has a really good sell-through rate, and I think I can easily, I think I could easily get 90 for it, but I think I'm just going to list it at like 79 or 75 even and try to move it quickly. I paid $4 for it, so that was a good sale. Okay, that's everything that I have ready right now, and I'll be making those listings. I'll be finishing those listings probably tomorrow morning. It's like I said, it's pretty late, so I don't think I'm going to work on those. And I have 6 orders tonight that are going to take, I don't know, I'm probably going to spend 45 minutes packing these orders, so I want to get to bed before midnight. So let's go in the other room and get these 6 orders out the door. Okay, I pulled these 6 items and they're all ready to go. I'm gonna get them packed in a second, but first, I haven't been updating this tally board much lately, so it's telling me that I'm losing interest in it and maybe I should just add this all up and then figure out which day of the week is gets the most sales on eBay. But let's add these on here. I've got them all the way back to Monday. Today is Friday, so 1, 2, 3 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on Wednesday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 on Thursday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So today I won't add on because there might be some more sales tonight, even though it's already getting pretty late. The eBay day ends at 2 a.m. because they're in California and I'm in Chicago, so midnight there is 2 a.m. here. Right, yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's how it goes. I won't know for sure how much, if there's going to be any more sales until after 2 a.m. So let's get these 6 items packed. Let's just go in order. This is the order these things came in. I'll tell you exactly how much they sold for, how much I paid for them, you know, everything I know about these items. And then at the end of the video, I'll go through and tell you how much money we made on each one of them. Okay, so right here I have these 2 seasons DVD sets of the Dukes of Hazzard. This is season 1 and season 7, so not the best. You know, it's better to have chronological seasons together, but this is what I've got. My mother-in-law, gave me these things. Oh shoot, I can't find the seam. My mother-in-law gave me quite a few things quite a while ago, early on, when I was starting to get back into selling on eBay again. She gave me a bunch of DVDs, and it's a sad story. Her brother lived with her, passed away, And so she needed to clear out some things, and so she gave me some stuff to sell. So some of it went pretty quickly. He had some like horror, some kind of obscure horror VHS tapes. Those went pretty quickly. Some of these DVDs sat for quite a while. So this would be February of 2023 is when I received these DVDs. There's probably more stuff from that collection that hasn't sold yet. So maybe we should look into some of those things and see about what it's going to take to get them to sell, get that stuff moving. I left my tape over here earlier. I can't remember what I was doing here, but I had this table. I had to clear everything off this counter today, this workbench. This morning I went to go to the American Bubble Boy warehouse to pick up some bubble wrap. I was contemplating whether I wanted to do it. It's like, it would be like a round trip, an hour drive, and I was trying to figure out like how much can I save by picking it up rather than having it delivered that's worth spending an hour. And I decided to make it worth it by buying two bundles of bubble wrap. So now I have 8 big rolls of bubble wrap ready to go when I need them. And this way I saved about $90 on shipping. Dukes. And luckily I happened to look on Facebook Marketplace this morning before I left, and there was somebody offering quite a lot of boxes for only $10. This is 1 pound 7 ounces. So it was like double duty. You know, I went there and I picked up the bubble wrap, and then I also picked up these boxes. All right, what did I say? 9 by 7 by 4. But it was quite a long day getting all this stuff, and didn't get really much accomplished this morning except for that. So that's why I'm here late trying to get some stuff done. So this is going to be these DVDs, like I said, my mother-in-law gave them to me, and they sold after 3 years, 2.5 years, for $15 plus shipping. So we won't make much money on these, but there's not much more to say about that. Okay, next up, calculator. I just got this listed less than probably 2 weeks ago. This is a Texas Instruments TI-83 Plus. These have really gone down in value over the last couple of years. They used to sell, this might have sold for $75 or $65 or maybe even higher depending on the condition and the color and the whatever, you know. In any event, I got this at a garage sale on August 8th. Today's the 29th? Today's the 29th, so I got this on August 8th. I'm not sure when it actually got listed. Within a week of that, so not too long ago. And it sold pretty quickly, only for $27. So these, like I said, the market has disappeared for those. I guess, I don't know, do students just don't need this kind of thing anymore? They all have computers and iPads and phones that can do this same thing, if not more than what these old calculators can do. So that one they're still worth buying. They sell quickly, but not for the value that they did in the past. So let's put it in a box and send it off to somebody. I honestly don't know why people are buying them now, even for $26, but I got it for $1. That's pretty surprised. I got these at the same sale as I got these some CB stuff, Citizens Band radios, and one of those I sold already. But the other one, well, I sold them together, the two CBs together, and the buyer said he really only wanted one of them. So I have the second one listed again. But she was pretty insistent on the price that she had on those CBs. And not that it was a high price, especially, if somebody who was not looking to resell. Even for me, it wasn't really that high of a price, but I was hoping to get it a little cheaper. But no, I bought them for $5 each, and then she wanted to charge extra for the microphones, which obviously it all went together, but whatever. The point was, I expected her to tell me she needed $15 or something for this calculator. So when I asked her how much, and she said $1, I was pretty surprised. Calculator. It weighs 13 ounces, 10 by 7 by 3. This is going to SA in Pennsylvania. Okay, what's next? We're going up. All right, so I bought this fishing reel. I wanted to see something. I bought this fishing reel, not long ago. This came from a garage sale. This has only been listed since probably August 17th or something like that. I bought this from a garage sale, and I just made a big pile there, and then asked how much they wanted for everything, and the guy told me $12. I was like, no, that's too cheap. I think I gave him $20 for everything, which was still, you know, an incredible bargain. So this fishing reel, I sold it for $139. This was after I took an offer. I think I had it listed for $159. I can't really turn down $140 for something I paid $2 for. So, but I wanted to see. There was somebody who sent a message about this, and I had to make a video showing them how the reel worked. There were some questions they had about it, and I want to check to see if that was the person who bought it. And how do I get there? Let's go back here, then to here, then to here. This eBay app is not bad, but it has, for whatever reason, it has two different places to check your messages, like whatever you call them, messages. I think I already deleted that. Oh no, here it is. It's not the same person. So who knows if, I am of the opinion that responding to messages on eBay is pretty much a waste of energy. If you have other things you need to be doing, you should probably do that instead of responding to any messages on eBay, because the percentage of people who send a message and then actually buy something is minuscule. I would be very surprised if it's 1 out of 10. I think it's probably 1 out of 100. If they send you a message and you take the time to reply to it, the chances of them buying that thing is tiny. So I see this question come up a lot on Reddit. Like, how come the seller won't respond when I ask them to send me extra pictures of the items? Like, because they're selling it for $6.99 and you're probably not gonna buy it. If you do buy it, you're probably gonna be a problem. That's what most people think. If you send messages ahead of time before buying it, you're probably gonna cause problems later. If you're a problem before buying, what kind of a problem are you gonna be after buying? I think that's what most people think. I don't worry about that part too much, but I just don't feel like, just the time it takes to respond to a message, like the one I just sent about the Mickey Mouse watch. I am under no illusions that person will actually buy that watch. It seems very unlikely. Okay, I'm wrapping this in bubble, really just kind of for show, because this is $150 or whatever it is. Offer expired. I've been getting a lot of messages about offers expiring, because I have been sending out quite a lot of counter offers. Today and yesterday, the number of people sending me extreme lowball offers is pretty wild. Like, I think I've gotten I think I have 8 messages right now that are people offering me less than half of my asking price. And I'm just kind of experimenting. I usually have minimums where eBay will just reject these offers if they're too low. But I'm experimenting with counter offers to see, do they turn? Can we meet somewhere in the middle where we're both happy? And based on what I've been experiencing, the answer is no, we can't. I think there have been, in the last 2 weeks, I probably had 20 lowball offers, and then I gave them a counter offer of something that I considered reasonable, but also still had wiggle room where I might consider an even lower amount. But so far, none of them have taken the bait. Nobody's bought anything from a counter offer. It's another thing that's rare to happen. You send a counter offer, what are the chances somebody is actually gonna accept it? Pretty low. In fact, the chances that they're even gonna do a second counter offer. I've had people they send me an offer. Let's say I have something listed for $55. They send me an offer of $20. I'm not taking that offer. So I would respond back with an offer of a counter offer of like 42 or something like that, thinking I can go down to 40, but I want them to feel like they've won, so maybe they'll send another offer. We'll get through this, we'll go through this process, and then ultimately, hopefully, we'll get to a price where we can both feel okay with, and then they will send us a second counter offer of their original $20. So at that point, they're just, you know, it's just an insult. They're purposefully being insulting. This one has a very, very long, the name of the person it's being shipped to has the company name. There is a limit to how long those names can be, and I think it's 40 characters. The label just will not print if it's more than that. So I'm not sure why eBay allows people to put in a name that's longer than what can come out. You know, they should just say your name is too long, because this, I'm going to go to print that label in a little while, and it's going to say there's something wrong with the address, and then I have to figure out what it is. It doesn't really tell you for sure what the issue is, and the issue is going to be that the name of the person is too long because they've included the entire name of their company that they work for. Care of, you know, it has their name, care of their company, and it's going to be too long for sure. Okay, bubble wrap. Oh, this is a mug. Let's see. Let's talk about. I'm going out of order, I guess, but that's okay. Let's get these done. This is a Dean Foods mug. I don't know. I don't know why I bought this or why I thought somebody would want to buy it. There was definitely no sales history of it at all, but I took a chance on it. I bought this for 50 cents at a garage sale, so not much of a chance. 50-cent gamble that somebody would want to buy this, and that was in. This feels longer ago than that. This was just in June of this year. I would have, if you asked me when I bought this, I would have said 2024, but just a couple of months ago, really. So yeah, got it for 50 cents, sold it for $14.99 plus shipping. Let's get some paper in this box. So the boxes I picked up today were this size, 8 by 8 by 8, but they're double walled, so they're gonna be a little heavier, and I might be mad about it later when I'm having to pay for that extra weight. But I think it was like 60 boxes for $10. And then when I got there, he had a little stack of smaller boxes, 6 by 5 by 5 or something. Asked me if I would take those too. So I ended up getting a pretty good deal from Facebook, and it made it so that trip was not a total waste. And while I was out there in that area, I drove by the eBay International Shipping Hub in Glenview Heights, because I was just a couple of minutes away from there. So I drove by there and I made a little short video in the car talking about it. So that basically that eBay does not really do any of that shipping, that there's another company, I'm forgetting the name right now, but I think it's Go Logics, Go something. It's a logistics company that handles international shipping for companies. So I think eBay just contracts that work out, and then if you're sending it to the eBay International Shipping Hub, eBay is not involved in that. That's what I've gleaned, you know, that's what I feel like is happening. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I think basically eBay pays somebody else to handle all that international shipping. Okay, 9 by 9 by 9. This is going to DV in Florida. So this one will be a little bit expensive, I think. All right, next. This is what I was saying. There's some G.I. Joe stuff. So these came from a different uncle. Well, I don't know the whole story, but in any event, Jessica's mom gave me these, a bunch of G.I. Joe figures, and most of them had the original accessories and the little ID card that you cut off the back of the packaging after you get it. In this case, it's just the accessories for a character named Blizzard from 1988. So this guy I didn't have the guy, but I had his skis and his backpack and his guns and stuff. So these aren't, some of these are big sellers, you know, if somebody's looking for a specific part for a G.I. Joe vehicle, they can be valuable. These kind of things, not as much. This I sold for $7.99 plus shipping, but the shipping is kind of high on this. I think I charged $7 shipping on it, so it's probably only going to cost $4 something to ship this. So we'll make a little money on the shipping on this. But I put a little cardboard in there, taped it down, put it in this envelope. This is too cheap, $7.99. This is not valuable enough to spend on to put in a box, especially like a new box that I paid for. So I'll reuse this Amazon envelope. I have a big stack of these envelopes, but it's running out. And there's a not-for-profit around here that's called EcoShip that gives packing materials, used packing materials to people who need them, trying to keep that stuff from going in the landfills. So I'll give them a shout and try to get some more envelopes. I use them quite a bit, really. I have, you know, I have my own like manila ones. I have some under here, padded envelopes, but I'd rather use these that I got for free. 9 by 6 by 1. And this is going to, who's it going to? JM in Michigan. So nice and close by. All right, final order is going to be this chess set. I just listed this last night, 2 nights ago. I can't remember. We had a winter reading contest at work, and there were a bunch of prizes. You just put for every book you read, you get a ticket, and then you put your tickets in each different prize package drawing. And there were 3 of these chess sets. I put all my tickets in for this because I knew this was the one that was sellable, the one prize that was sellable. And it's a nice chess set that has this timing clock. It has like a roll-up neoprene board, and then the what do you call those? Pawns and pieces are in these packages, and a good carrying case. So I don't know the value of this because some of these things don't really have brand names on them. The only thing that does is the time clock. But I saw some similar things. These are called triple weighted chess pieces, and they're pretty expensive. So I think this set, I saw one set like this without the bag that sold for like $70. But I thought I could try to get 75 for it, and then kind of at the last minute I just said, I don't want to be greedy, I want to sell this thing quickly. And I put it for $50. And then somebody sent an offer for $49, which I don't really know why people do that. Let me look at this. Yeah, they sent an offer for $49 when I had it listed for $50. So I wouldn't advise that. Like, you're trying to save $1, doesn't seem worth it. Like, if I say no, then you just missed out your chance to buy it. Or if it's just like the amount of time it takes. Like, why would you do that to save $1? Doesn't seem worth it. Anyway, for $49, I took that deal quickly. Sold this. It's only been listed for less than 24 hours, and it's making $1 less than I was asking for. So can't really complain about that. And I got it as a prize. I suspect my employers wouldn't feel good to know they gave me a prize and sold it immediately, but that's what happened. So this box, I wish I had a different box for this set, like a skinnier box that would be more appropriate for the size of what's in there, but this will be fine. I don't know if this is necessary, but I usually put a second seal, a second second strip of tape on the bottom of a box that's been shipped before, just to kind of be sure that old tape doesn't split open or peel off or anything like that. So let's write on here chess, and this is relatively heavy, 6 pounds 3 ounces, and it is 22, which I think is right at the edge of when you have to pay for oversized. 22 by 16, so it's possible this goes to FedEx. 22/16 by 5, which I probably could not do FedEx if I had it in an appropriate size box, but if it was long enough to be in here straight, it would be too long for USPS. They have like a $4 surcharge for oversized packages, and they consider, I think it's the ones that hits 23 inches, it's considered oversized. AT. It's 23 inches on any one side, or whatever 12 by 12 by 12 is cubic dimensions. Okay, I'm gonna get these labels, and then I'll be right back to tell you how much money we made. Okay, all of these packages have labels. This big one will be able to go USPS, so that's fine. It was about $3 cheaper than FedEx. The fishing reel with a long address turned out fine. It's going to Hawaii, which is pretty rare for me to ship to Hawaii. I'm about to sneeze. Okay, sneeze. Let me write it down. Wrap up. So anyway, those all have labels. They're all ready to go. I will put them out on the porch to get picked up by my carrier tomorrow. Let's go through how much money we made on everything. So the Dukes of Hazzard sold for $14.99. I charged $5.10 shipping. The actual shipping cost was $5.22, so we lost a little bit there. eBay fees were $33.31, and then there was a promo fee of 44 cents. So we're down to $11.12 on those two DVD sets. The Texas Instruments calculator, $22.36 profit. The fishing reel, Penn Ultralight 716. Look for these old reels, especially if they have the boxes. $119.47. The chess set that I got for a price, $35.70. Dean Foods coffee mug, $13 even. And then finally those G.I. Joe accessories, $8.78. So we're up to a grand total today, $210.43. So not bad. We haven't had a good day over $200 in, let's see, since last Saturday, like less than a week ago, I guess. But I don't know, we're doing all right. This month is doing actually pretty good. So currently our average per day is $139.31, and our average profit per sale is $30.23. So let's look at I'm not going to get too deep into this because there's only one more day this month. So in a couple of days I'll go over profits, but I'm over $4,000 this month, which will only be, there's only one other month that I've gone over 4,000. So turning out to be a good month in August. I'm hoping this is a trend as we go into the fourth quarter, and then it's just going to get higher and higher until we get to December. So not bad. I'm trying to make 50 grand this year. I don't know that we're going to make it, but days like this make me feel more confident that we might, but we need to have more and more and more days like this. Like at least really every day for the rest of the year should probably be $200 to get to this $50,000 that I want to make this year. In any event, if you want to see if I make it, hit the subscribe button and come along with me on this journey. There's only a few more months left, 4 more months left this year. And I'm publishing videos every day about this eBay business. So come along with me if you like, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.